question numero uno. What's your favorite recovery drill to do? All right, so first of all, I've done a ton of contact. I don't know what I'm saying. I've done a ton of stuff, ton of content on recovery. There's actually a full website article, blog post, whatever you want to call it. Just go to therobbyrowshow.com/search and then search recovery, and you'll see like a ton of content there. Anyways, my favorite recovery drill, and I say this all the time, is actually my preparation. So I think that's the biggest like misinterpreted type thing within new age baseball development, baseball training industry, is like we have all of these like recovery drills, like you said, and which I think gets kind of this gray fine line of, all right, well, I can do whatever I want from a warm-up standpoint, from a throwing volume standpoint, from a sleep standpoint, but if I do this really good recovery drill, I'll be good, right? Unfortunately, baseball, such as life, isn't that easy. So and I say all this not to like harp on anyone. I'm not trying to dog anyone that asks questions like these. But because I was the same way. I was the same way at like 18, 19, 20. You know, like I wasn't like super intentional with my day-to-day habits and how that influenced my ability to perform at the highest level possible, the most optimal stages of like my body's recovery. And everyone goes through that when they're young, you know, and then you learn, and then you're like, oh, now I can, you know, relay this information to somebody else, which is great. So the moment in time in my journey when I would say I had the biggest strides was when I came to the realization that everything that I did mattered. Now, that's not to say that like I'm gonna not be a freaking kid and I'm not gonna like, you know, do kid-like things, or I'm not gonna have fun or whatever, but I'm just gonna be extremely diligent with how I go to I say this while sitting in a car for the last 72 hours. But anyways, super diligent with like my day-to-day activity, and just kind of being mindful of like, all right, how many hours am I sitting down? How many hours did I go without moving? What about mobility, stretching, just simple things throughout the day that like most of us aren't really attentive to, that play a role in your recovery, right? So I'm not going to go too much into like the actual stuff that I do for recovery, because like I said, go to that webpage and you'll literally see all of my stuff. You'll see like products that I use, you'll see routines, all of that stuff, because I'm a big nerd when it comes to recovery. And as I mentioned, to simplify, I guess, this whole entire answer, my favorite recovery drill is my preparation and controlling everything that I can when it comes to putting myself into the best possible position to have success when it matters. And that's something that everyone, in my opinion, can control. You know, so hopefully that helped. I encourage you to check out that website page if you don't, and then you continue to ask a question regarding recovery. We will arm wrestle, and I will win.